Hi, welcome to Outdoor Gear and Skills. I just wanted to do a quick video today talking about goals, hitting goals, kind of going after stuff, especially when you kind of get behind. So I've been mountain biking for either 29, 30 years now. It's my favorite sport. You know, I love to do it for a lot of different reasons. And when I moved to Oregon 7 years ago, found out that so much of this land around here is privately owned, and so there's not a lot of trails and things like that. I've got the North Umpqua Trail about 5 miles upriver, but that was heavily damaged in the wildfires almost 3 years ago, and a lot of the bridges are out, so it's really kind of interrupting the ride, so there's not a lot of flow and things to it. And then with the erosion, trees are falling down and that kind of thing, and so I can't ride like I did in Utah. And, in the last couple of years, I was maybe riding my bike like a road bike on the street, which I really don't care for. It's one thing to do an urban ride where I'm, jumping stairs, going off ledges, climbing staircases, things like that, for skill set kind of thing. A lot of the stuff kind of like what Danny McCaskill does, but obviously not even close to his level because that guy's just crazy. But I like doing that ride. I just don't like riding my mountain bike on asphalt, and I don't have a road bike anymore. And so 2 years ago, I rode less, or my elevation gain was less than 25,000 feet. And I thought that really sucks. So last year for 2022, I made a goal to climb 50,000 feet. I ended up climbing 60,000 feet, so I thought that was pretty awesome. And some different things were kind of in play. My wife started a new job. We thought that maybe we were going to end up in Houston or something like that the second half of this year. So I didn't want to make a climbing goal for the year and then move to a place like Houston that's flat and not, hit the goal, just have it totally, pulled from out from underneath me. So I made a 6-month goal. I wanted to hit 35,000 feet by June 30th, which is next Friday. And I ride in a lot of weather conditions. I don't mind riding in the snow. Wind, heat. I think the hottest ride I've ever done in my life was 108 degrees down in St. George. I did that one time. I'm never doing that again. That was way too much. But I'll ride in a lot of different elements, but I don't ride in the rain. It's one thing to be on a ride and get caught in the rain, but I'm not going to go out while it is raining and ride my bike. It's too slick, it's dangerous. The bike just slides out from underneath you. It's constantly just spitting up water. Even if you had fenders, they don't stop it, and the water's coming down your helmet and sunglasses and all of that, or eye protection. And I just don't like it. I can't stand it. So I don't ride when it's raining like that. I don't start a ride in the rain. And we had a wet winter. We were raining, deep into April, beginning of May, actually, I think. And so I got way behind on my goal. And a lot of the weekends, it was raining constantly all day. And so I wasn't getting, rides in. It really just kind of sucked. And then we kind of, hit some good weather, and I just went after it. And today, I did a ride up on the Mount Scott area right here. I was actually right in here. That's where I was riding. And I climbed 2,700 feet, and I broke my 35,000 foot goal for the 6 months. I've got to tally up exactly, how things played out, but I hit the halfway in like the first or second week of June. So I probably did 20,000 feet in June alone of that 35,000 foot goal. So I did over half of it in 1 month, even though it was a 6-month goal. So I've really gone after it, just trying to climb. I use Strava. I think it's a great app to track what I'm doing, to be able to put pictures, to see where I'm going. It also allows me to see what my friends are doing in their rides and see where they are, so I really like that. But I knew that this was going to be a tough goal to hit. I did not expect to hit it a week ahead of schedule. I really thought I was actually going to be bumped up against June 30th. But last weekend on Friday, I climbed over 3,000 feet. On Saturday, I climbed over 3,000 feet. And that really kind of, perpetuated that and got me ahead. About 3/4 of a mile up the road, there is a gravel road called Bar-El Ranch. And that goes up in the neighborhood right over here. And that's a little over 1,000 feet. And so that's kind of my quick get home, jump on my bike, go do that, knock out 1,000 feet, kick out between 6.5, 7.5 miles, depending on, how I ride it. But that's kind of what I was using as my metric is I was going to have to climb Bar-El Ranch Road about 5 or 6 days out of the week to hit that goal. So climbing up on the Mount Scott area here really was jumping me ahead because in 2 rides last weekend, I got the equivalent of 6 days of riding. So I wiped out a whole week in 2 days. But it's something that, climbing a lot of those feet is tough. And some of these, these gravel roads, they get thick new gravel on them. Your bike kind of bogs down. I did add a new front tire last week, and that's kind of helped, especially descending. It's helped me to where I'm more stable and I can hold the line better. But I was really kind of questioning whether I was going to be able to pull this off. And even if I hadn't, I was going to get close. And I was going to stretch myself and do something, that otherwise I wouldn't have. And there have been a couple of days, in the last several months that I just felt like absolute crap. I had no leg strength. I was fatigued. I was just super tired. My allergies have busted me up really bad this year. And there were a few days that I just didn't ride. And I said, screw it, I'm going to have to deal with it later. And so that's kind of how it goes, right? Whatever our goal is, if it's to start a business, if it is to get promoted, if it's to, climb some big mountain or to, go travel somewhere or to learn how to play the guitar or whatever it is, goals are great because they stretch us and make us do things that we may not otherwise do. And honestly, last year I sucked. I don't think I hit almost any goal that I made last year. And it was really kind of depressing. And I'm like, this just sucks. I feel like I failed in a lot of ways. And it wasn't like try something new, fail, and I'll keep going until I figure it out. It's like I made goals and I didn't hit them. And I wasn't consistent throughout the year. And that's why. So this feels really good to knock this out on such a beautiful day, to get out there, to ride my bike. I love my bike. I love riding it. I've got a wife that's very supportive of, me mountain biking. In fact, there's times when she just says, go out there, get your ass on your bike, get away from me, you're pissing me off. So, that's good. And I love the physical benefits. I love the mental and emotional and, honestly, spiritual too. It gives me a lot of time to just kind of contemplate, to pray, to think. And, it's really good. It kind of helps take my mind off when I'm just grinding up 5.5 miles of uphill climbing. So I hope that whoever's watching this, that you set goals, that you challenge yourself, that you try to get out of your comfort zone, that you go do something. And it can be fun, silly goals. Now that I've kind of hit this, I'm going to keep climbing and all that. But I think maybe I need to, make another goal for the rest of the summer to get better at riding wheelies or something, because I really suck at that and I'd like to, be better. And so I may practice something like that. But this is just one of the goals. I'm not going to hit some of the other goals I made by June. I wanted to, be more flexible, and that's not going to happen. I am going to turn my attention to that now and make that a priority. So, it's a process. Whatever, just kind of keep after it. But I hope that you're out there, you're getting after it, you're chasing your dreams, you're chasing your goals, you're chasing adventure. I hope you're chasing adventure. I'll just leave you with this. A guy, Connor, I used to work with a couple of years ago, gave me this quote. He attributed it to Ian Fleming, who wrote the James Bond novels. And the quote just says, never pass on an opportunity for adventure. And I love that quote. I just think it's awesome, and life's an adventure, and there's so much out there to explore and go get after. So I hope you'll do that. And as always, thanks for watching Outdoor Gear and Skills, and we'll see you out there.